Hi, I'm Kaylee with Movieguide, and we're here at the premiere of Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Fowl. Come with us as we talk to the creators. We've been in love with Wallace and Gromit for over 30 years. What do you think it is about them that just has captured everyone's heart?
Well, it's difficult for me to say because I'm so close, but I think it's to do with, well, it's partly to do with the clay and the way it's all hand sculpted, every single frame of film. You know, people can aware of the artist, the animator behind each frame of film. Plus, I think the relationship between these two is key. The comedy and the affection they have, but also the way Gromit is more intelligent than his master. And I think we're a world of pet lovers, and people relate to that they read all these things into their own pets and can relate to it.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, Wallace and Gromit, they're not the only familiar face that we're going to see in this movie. Feathers is back. What has he been up to, and what kind of trouble is he going to cause Wallace and Gromit?
Well, he wants revenge, basically. He was put in prison, or the zoo, 30 years ago, and he's been stewing there. And he wants vengeance, and it will be most foul. And that's what he's up to.
Hey, that's a good title.
That's a good title, yeah.
Incredible. So everyone who's been a fan of Wallace and Gromit has been grown up with them, and so now families have a chance to show their kids and experience a new Wallace and Gromit movie with their kids.
Yes.
What should they expect when sitting down to watch this movie? Is this a lot of tears, a lot of laughter?
Yeah, I mean, all the comedy that you'd expect from a Wallace and Gromit, and the quirky ideas, the funny, the slapstick, as well as something quite moving as well. As their relationship is really stretched in this movie. And a rip-roaring adventure as well.
Yeah. It gets pretty ridiculous at the end of the film, so yeah.
Now, because we love Wallace and Gromit so much, are there any more plans to make more in the future?
Well, these two, they're hard to put down. They keep jumping up, and there's always ideas going around. They're like family. It's hard to turn your back on them for very long.
So the answer is yes. We don't know what. Watch this space.
Yeah.
So when did you all first fall in love with Wallace and Gromit?
Oh, first fall in love with Wallace and Gromit. I've been with Aardman for a very long time, sort of 30 years plus. So I think I fell in love probably at Wrong Trousers. That was the sort of first film that was going on in the studio when I was sort of part of it all. So I wasn't directly involved in that filmmaking, but my first introduction.
Wrong Trousers for me as well, but I was at home watching it on telly as a little boy, so quite different to Carla's experience.
Oh wow, so seeing Feathers coming back.
That's been the main excitement in the studio, because Nick has been bubbling away with this idea for about 20 years now. You can't rush a good thing, but I think when he told us he was thinking of bringing Feathers back, we all got the chills. It was just like, it's been so long, but it felt like the moment had come, so yeah, it's a good time.
So Feathers has been locked up for a long time. What has he been up to?
Planning his vengeance most foul. That's a big part of the movie. That is what he's just so angry at Wallace and Gromit, and this movie is his revenge. So it's gonna be great.
Oh, amazing! Now, Wallace and Gromit, it's one of those movies that you watch and you can just binge watch. For someone who hasn't seen Wallace and Gromit yet, what would you say to start with?
Oh, which film to start with? Well, you need to start at the beginning with A Grand Day Out, I think. So go back and watch the whole series. But it's interesting, I think if you watch them all together, you will see how Wallace and Gromit have changed. Not as characters, I think they're very familiar to us, but just the look from the early days of A Grand Day Out to how they look now.
Nick then, wasn't it? Yeah.
More refined, I think, yeah.
Now, last question would be, if, hypothetically, there was an American girl who has been in love with Wallace and Gromit for years and years and years and has been toiling away trying to perfect the Wallace accent and just his impersonation, what tips would you have for her?
Oh, nice big mouth on your cheese. That's what you want to... Yeah.
I think that's probably a Nick question. It's but actually ask Ben Whitehead, because as the new voice of Wallace, we really feel he's perfected it so well. He's taken up the baton from Peter Sallis, and you can hardly tell the difference, so he might have some tips for you.
What do you think of my impression of you? Cheese, Gromit! Smashing. He likes it! Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe down below for more content just like this. See you next time.
If you enjoy videos that follow your values like ours and you want to help us continue, go to movieguide.org/donate because we're actually a nonprofit. You may not know that, but we're working in Hollywood every day to help families have more choices that follows their values. And also subscribe right now.